story this lunchtime in Scotland today. A pilot scheme aimed at ending the detention of children at a controversial immigration centre could be up and running by the start of the new year. Good afternoon. A more humane way of dealing with the children of failed asylum seekers has been announced by the UK government, with the setting up of a new pilot project in Glasgow. Instead of being sent to the controversial Dungavel Centre in Lanarkshire, some families awaiting deportation are to be housed in supervised flats. Campaigners have welcomed the scheme, as Sharon Frew reports.
Dungavel has been the constant target of criticism from politicians, campaigners and church leaders since it opened 7 years ago. Under this new project, instead of being sent there, failed asylum seekers with children awaiting deportation will be housed in former council houses in Glasgow before being sent back to their country of origin.
We'll vet the families first, of course, but we're going to try and make sure that families can be supported in accommodation in supervised flats in Glasgow. A small number of flats, 4 flats, that support the children, support the family, keep a family unit together and prepare them to return to the country from which they came. So it's a different way of doing things. I'm determined to make a success.
Groups who have long campaigned against Dungavel have welcomed this trial, but the Scottish Refugee Council has stressed that it must be a true alternative to detention and not an addition to existing practices.
Forcibly removing children and families from their home can have a hugely traumatic effect, not only on the children and families who are being removed, but also on the people who are left in the communities behind. This is a welcome start. It's the outcome of many years of lobbying and hard work. However, it has to be built on if it's to be a success and if we are to see an end to the inhumane treatment of asylum-seeking children and families.
At present, an estimated 2,000 children are still being locked up each year in UK immigration centres. If successful, this Scottish pilot could be expanded and form the blueprint for similar projects nationwide. Sharon Frew, STV News.
The Conservative leader, David Cameron, was in Glenrothes this morning. He was campaigning in the by-election with the Tory candidate Maurice Golden. They met local business and community representatives to discuss the current economic situation, and later today will visit an estate agent. The former Liberal Democrat leader, Charles Kennedy, will also be visiting the constituency to campaign with candidate Harry Wills. It comes a day after the Prime Minister's wife, Sarah Brown, knocked on doors in the area. The list of all 8 candidates in Glenrothes is on your screen now, and for more by-election news, log on to our website stv.tv/Glenrothes. A new campaign is focusing on tradespeople to raise awareness of asbestos-related illnesses. It's been revealed that more than 20 tradesmen across the UK are dying each week from asbestos-related diseases, and the death toll is rising. Figures also revealed that Western Bartonshire, Inverclyde, Renfrewshire and Glasgow have among the highest rates of deaths from asbestos-related cancer in the UK, with more than 1,000 deaths in those areas between 1981 and 2005.
It remains a very big problem because asbestos was widely used in the past. In fact, it can be found in any building that was built up to the year 2000. And the problem that we've now got is there's a level of ignorance among the tradespeople that work with these type of buildings, such as electricians, plumbers, which may be drilling in, breaking into walls, etc. And those materials may possibly contain asbestos.
Lorraine Kelly officially launched the 2008 Scottish Poppy Appeal this morning. The television presenter joined forces with Iraq and Korea veterans in Dundee to kick off the campaign by the charity Poppy Scotland. She presented poppies to the veterans and gave out the first poppy collection tins of the year. In 2007, the Scottish Poppy Appeal raised a record £1.76 million. To sports news now, and the Celtic goalkeeper Artur Boruc has been fined £500 by the SFA and warned over his future conduct. Boruc directed a one-finger hand gesture at Rangers fans during the Old Firm derby in August. At the same disciplinary meeting at Hampden today, the Hibs boss Mixu Patalainen has lost his appeal against an automatic 4-match touchline ban. More on both these stories with Rahman at 6 o'clock tonight. Well, that's the news and sport. Now Sean has a weather forecast.
Change your outlook with your local airline. Flybe, sponsors of STV Weather.
A very good afternoon to you. Well, what a dreadful day it is out there. Wet and very windy. And we do have a weather warning out for the heavy rain, more so across western parts of the country. Stirling, Argyll, Bute, Dumfries and Galloway, the Ayrshire area, Dumbartonshire, Renfrewshire, Inverclyde and also Glasgow, where we could see 2 to 3 inches of rain falling through today. That could give us localised flooding in places, and not just the rain. We've got the strong winds around as well, gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour, but even we could see gusts up to around 60 or 70 miles per hour in places. That will give us disruption across our bridges, ferry crossings and perhaps also to light aircraft flights through the rest of the day. So wet and very windy. The streetlights I imagine will be on throughout most of the day. Lots of cloud and heavy rain around, and those strong winds really is going to be very miserable. But as we go through this evening in towards tonight, hopefully it will become drier. A few showers across the west, still holding on to a fairly blustery westerly wind, and it will be feeling quite chilly as well.
Change your outlook with your local airline. Flybe, sponsors of STV Weather.
Now for a look at what's coming up on STV at 5:30.
On the show tonight, it's the final day of the 5:30 show's Skin Deep Week. Today it's all about permanent makeup, and in the film club we hear from Ricky Gervais about his new movie.
Plus I meet one of the world's greatest comic book illustrators.
Join us at 5:30.
Scotland Today follows at 6 o'clock with all your news and sport. See you then. Bye for now.
Next on STV, a transformation in just 60 minutes.